And again, I'm not surprised at that. Hopefully you're not surprised at that as well. Cause it is part for the course. You know what I mean? Hell, I got some opinions too. I'm not. That's why I'm not really offended by it. Everybody, I think, use different slurs and other kind of coarse language when people are not around. You know, when they're in the privacy of their home and stuff like that. And again, I wouldn't be offended by that. You know what I mean? Again, it's about respecting people when you're talking to people and you're dealing with people. You know, if you use certain type of language and words to describe people or whatever and stuff, you know. And again, I don't think people should be so sensitive. Again, this is how you direct it at people. You know, and you find out people behind closed doors and using, like when Hulk Hogan was talking. And again, I grew up not really a Hulk Hogan fan, but I was a wrestling fan, and Hulk Hogan was part of wrestling. I liked him at once upon a time, but he was part of when I learned that wrestling was fake. So Hulk Hogan, you know, he part. I got a bad taste in my mouth for Hulk Hogan. But then it comes to find Hulk Hogan was a damn racist, you know. But again, one of the things he said wasn't really racist. You know what I mean? He was just saying he wanted his daughter liked black dudes. You know, and she hunting just the average Negro. She don't care about if that Negro got money or not. And Hogan was like, man, I wish you just get her one of those basketball player niggers. You know, why she gotta get her average nobody? You know, hell, because I'm a father. I got two beautiful daughters. You know what I mean? One 30, and the other one's 23 or 22. And I'm the same way. You know what I mean? I wish they do choose a better quality dude. You know what I mean? Don't just pick no average bum, and don't bring home no prison dude. Don't bring home no jobless schmo. You know what I mean? No project. No, get a brother that's already working and doing the good thing and on the right road. You know, hopefully. But we'll see. You know, fingers crossed. You know, but how many good dudes out there? You know what I mean? Who are my daughters them got to choose from? You know, my daughters going to might have to bring home a white boy, but I ain't tolerating that. I ain't ready for that. I ain't going for that. My daughter better not bring home no damn white boy. Anyway, God is good. No, I digress. Oof. All right. Anyway, I got two beautiful daughters, man. I hope they meet a quality young black male to make more grandbabies with. This is my first one. Hopefully, we get many more. Um, the NFL, though, man. The coaching, the system is the issue with the NFL. The system is the issue, and again, part of the system is the marketing, the making the heroes. Again, they sit up there. If any white quarterback do anything, man, they gonna sit up there and sing it like it's the best thing in the world. If you notice when you're watching the announcers, two of the masters are especially they racist, but two of the most racist announcers, what the kids call it sneak dissing, is Chris Collinsworth, former Florida Gator, and Troy Aikman used to play Oklahoma, and then he transferred because he couldn't run the option under Barry Switzer, and then he went to Cal or UCLA, and he played quarterback there. And again, if you look up Troy Aikman numbers, he wasn't that good. The Dallas Cowboys was a running game, you know, and then after that it was short play action passes off the running game, and then an occasional deep pass here and there. But it was Troy Aikman numbers ain't outstanding. Again, he was on a great team in a great era. At a time when their team changed the era and the style of football, they was on the cutting edge of it, so they was able to take advantage for a few years and ride out with that until football caught up with them. You know, the style and the change of football caught up with them. Well, that's a great story, by the way, when I think about it. I just see them talking about the Cowboys and all the shenanigans they was doing in their time in the 90s. But their development from how they came and how Jimmy Johnson changed the team and developed that team because of what was going on in football at the time. Oh man, it was a beautiful setup, man, because football, again, linebackers were big, 250, 260 and stuff, you know, big buckets and big ass linebackers, because the running backs were big. The running backs were 230, 240, 250, you know, and so you had to have big linebackers to get in there and mash up with those big running backs. But Jimmy Johnson had the idea of having smaller linebackers, you know, that can run around and fly. You know, he go in smaller running backs who can run around and dodge those big, humongous linebackers, you know, and that was it, because that was what Oh man, such a long. Oh, but we talking NFL, okay? And that was what Jerry Rice took advantage of with Bill Walsh. Bill Walsh developed the slot receiver, which is where he had Jerry Rice, and that put Jerry Rice on the linebacker. The linebackers were 250 pounds, 260 pounds, 270 pounds. They couldn't run with Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice had this touchdowns left and right, because the linebacker was too big to run with him. And that's why Jimmy Johnson, when he became an NFL coach, he made the linebackers 230, 225, 230, so they could run and fly, but still make tackles. It wasn't 225, but it was 235. They were lighter, and stuff like that. So he set the Cowboys up pretty nice. And then he got the smaller running back behind a big old humongous line, and then those big linebackers couldn't keep up. They were bullying them over, and Emmitt Smith was ducking and dodging them. It was beautiful. Barry Sanders also came in a year before Emmitt Smith and did similar. Well, not with big bullying. He just did it with dodging and avoiding these big, slow, bulky linebackers. So the NFL though, man, yeah, it was. It's the marketing. You got Troy Aikman and you got Chris Collinsworth calling most of the big games, and they always glorify the white quarterback, no matter what. I mean, Carson Wentz, it don't matter who it is, they're gonna always play it up, and no matter what. If the black receiver has to jump over 3 people, 4 people to make the catch and twist and turn, he's gonna say, "Oh, Chris Collinsworth and Troy Aikman are guaranteed to say, 'Great throw! What a throw! Oh man, only this guy to throw. Oh, he went out. Oh, he made that play.'" It was a screen pass that Allen threw the other day on Buffalo to the running back number 4, his little brother, and he took off 60-some yards and dodged people and stuff and took off, and Chris Collinsworth tried to say, "Oh man, that was all Josh Allen. Josh Allen made that play by looking this way and then flicking that way." And I say, man, get the mother. Anyway, if you watch football, you'll see that. You'll see the attempt to glorify, market, and make it to where these white players are great. Because again, they get tired of having black people on their wall, on their kids' wall. They go in their kids' room, they got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Steph Curry, so on and so on and so forth. And again, they would love to have them some Steve Kerr up there, man. They would love to have have their son have Dirk Nowitzki and so on and so on and so forth. So they gotta have players. And these people don't have, not saying they don't have talent, are they not as good, but they are not as good. And their job is to make them into, boom, into something that, to overhype it. The same thing, I swear to God, the same thing with Larry Bird. You can't tell me stuff about Larry Bird, man. I was there, I watched all those games. More than all of the games, but I watched most of those games as a young person growing up. And again, Larry Bird is a good player. Is he legendary? Is he great? Is he that? Nah, hell no, man. Them white people overhype Larry Bird, and they try to make it, the marketing again was Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson, which again, there's no comparison between Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Absolutely, 2 different players, 2 different styles. One is dynamic, one is electric, one is a static. He got 1, 2, 3. And he shoot his 3. He got a nice shot. He clutch. He shoot it in the clutch. You give him his credit for that. But again, is he on the level of Magic Johnson? The hell no, man. Get out of here with that bull crap, man. But again, he's white, and they need a white player, especially out there playing with all those big giant black Negroes. And in basketball, there was a time when they made it in college basketball, but they couldn't dunk anymore. If I'm not mistaken, that was our good old, what they call him, Lou Alcindor at the time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They made it where you couldn't dunk in college, man, because the white kids was just getting overwhelmed, with all these new Negroes and being able to just fly and dunk and carrying on. They say, man, look here, man, look, I'm tired of seeing my son with these Negroes, cleats, sneakers, and nuts in his face, man. I'm tired of that. So they stopped that. For a while, they banned the dunk in college basketball. Again, something you wouldn't even really. Yeah, they did that. They banned the dunk in college basketball. Yeah. I wish I was deep enough to know the years. I don't know the year when when they ban